Howdy, y'all. Good afternoon. Oh, the sunrise looks really good coming up down the street. Is it weird that it's like y'all's day's halfway done, and then every afternoon you see my morning start? Yeah, the sun looks really nice coming up. Good afternoon, Ben. Yeah, just looking at the sunrise coming up the street. It's all red. It's gonna be a nice day here. I don't know what it's like there, but it's gonna be pretty good today. UK versus US regional foods. Hey Sue, thanks for posting your Christmas decoration. The tree looks nice. Everybody else post on the community, please. Show me some Christmas photos. I would love to see them. UK versus US regional foods. Man, I woke up this morning and I had a different idea. I was like, I want to talk about something else. But then I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not going to mention it because I think comments will delve off into that topic. Your daughter did it. I have to do, well, my son, Sage, we kind of tag team our tree suit. I put on the lights. He decorates. Yeah, I had a different topic I was thinking about, but I'll do it tomorrow. Beautiful day, Genghis. For sure, it's going to be really nice here. Really nice here. Yeah, good to see you. You three always join quickly. But yeah, UK versus US regional foods. What did y'all eat last night? Does anyone care to share? Let's see, what did I have last night? I always forget what I cooked last night. Oh, we had. Do y'all know what? Well, we had tostadas. Make your own tostadas, which is just like a hard corn tortilla, flat, like a flat taco shell. And then we put refried beans, taco meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, pico de gallo, cilantro, whatever you want, hot sauce, sour cream. I bet y'all don't eat that very much. It's Tex-Mex. Had a good avocado. Genghis had Richmond sausage and disappeared. Richmond sausage and beans and a poached egg. Richmond sausages. I tried doing poached eggs on toast. Ben says it didn't go well. Poaching an egg takes a little skill. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll poach an egg and I get it on the second try. That's what you gotta do, Ben. You just poach another one. Just smoked salmon with brown bread. Yeah, my son likes smoked salmon. I put it sometimes in salad. I don't think it's as popular here though. A lot of Americans don't eat it. And Ben was asking me about lamb one time, and I'm about to make Yorkshire hot pot, like Lancashire hot pot. Yeah, we have lamb in the stores, but it's also not very popular. Do y'all have veal in your stores? We have veal. Prices are getting ridiculous. Just have to manage, Genghis, I know. I was just wondering what y'all ate because we're about to talk about regional foods. Yeah, I got a good one for tomorrow. At least I'm interested in talking about. Today, Silly came out, the London Literary Pub Tour. That literary pub tour, man, it was super hard to edit. It took out the music, but still some a cappella music in it. Couldn't get it out. And then if I turn the volume down on her, then when she spoke, you couldn't hear, or if I could hear her, then the music was really loud. I couldn't fix it. It was too late. I was already way into it. I had to keep going. I don't know if you saw that. It came out today. Yeah, I'm super interested in where writers spent their time in the UK. Like that Howard coming up soon about Bronte sisters. Adrian, he's not here, but he was mentioning the home of Agatha Christie. That general knowledge quiz, I put out a little short of me missing the Yorkshire one. I don't know if you saw that short, but that general knowledge quiz comes out tomorrow. And there is Agatha Christie question in it. Adrian was mentioning where her home is. I might look into that. I got that one right, though. I got the Agatha Christie one right. That comes out tomorrow. The Alice Silly video's out today. It's pretty good. It's doing all right. Gonna do more on that. Alice Silly. It looks pretty nice. I know there's probably a lot more there. Has any of y'all ever been? Someone was telling me if you take the ferry, you might get seasick, and I probably will. I get motion sick real easy. So then that means you have to fly. I don't know how cheap that is. Let me know if you've been there. But yeah, tomorrow will be Sterling. Very interesting city. And that general knowledge quiz. And then the next day, Ipswich. I guess Ipswich was a bad idea on my part. You know, I was looking for something in that region. On the map, it looks like it's fairly large. It stood out. I don't know anything about it. I wanted to react to it. Didn't get any votes in the polls. Currently, like, Southampton is not getting any votes. Maybe that's a bad city choice, too. And then I went to react to it, and so I'm searching Ipswich videos, and man, there are not good choices. They're like there's one that was like 25 things to do in Ipswich. I was like, oh, that sounds good. I looked at the link. It was 1:27. I was like, what? It must just be a list pops up on the screen. And then there was a bunch of walking tours that were really long. Okay, 2 Ronnies. Is this the season for oxtail? Sorry, I want to read that. I want to back up. To cheer you up, 2 Ronnies. I've seen them. 2 Ronnies. I've seen them. Funny. Polly Parton. It's a blast. I'll look up Polly Parton. Probably can't do the 2 Ronnies. I know, Ben. The 2 Ronnies are funny. Yeah. That video with them asking for things at the little, what you call the place he was at, what you call bodegas, place that sells everything. It's funny, but I can't do it, right? I don't like, some other YouTubers may do stuff like that, where they're disingenuous. I wish I could do it, but I'll look up Polly Parton. Is that a TV show? And the TV ones and the music ones that just get copyrighted. So easy. Anyway, I'm looking up Ipswich. There are no good videos. There's some AI ones that are about the right length. There's some non-narrated walking ones that are really, really long with no narration. And then I don't really know what I'm looking at. And there's just no good choices. I'm like, okay, Ipswich must have been a bad idea. But I noticed on my screen when I search Ipswich, a video from Alex from Great Britain, or Alex in Great Britain. There's a channel I enjoy, and it's called Top 10 Prettiest Towns in Suffolk. And seeing as it came up when I searched Ipswich, And that's where Ipswich is. I was like, okay, I'll watch this one. It's bound to have Ipswich in it. It didn't. It did not. It is not one of the 10, I don't know, most beautiful cities in Suffolk. So no Ipswich coming out on my channel. That's what I'm getting at. Instead, it's gonna be the Alex from Great Britain Suffolk video. Mm. Is Southampton also a bad choice? Because I see it's getting like one vote in the poll. Is there nothing there? Y'all let me know. I don't know. Portsmouth's getting a lot. But those cities are real close, right? They have a derby rivalry. And then yesterday, just as a whim, I put out the Manchester U versus Manchester City rivalry. Just wanted to see how it would do. It's not going gangbusters. But anyway, on Friday, Sherwood Forest might be interesting. I think that is interesting, Genghis, and I will look that up. What about Nottingham? Yeah, Sue, I saw 10 lovely villages in Suffolk. Just not Ipswich. So that video comes out Friday. And, hey Terry, it's okay. Good to see you. And with it will be the Manchester U Liverpool rivalry video. Yeah, I put out that Manchester U, Manchester City derby video, and yeah, it's not doing that great. We'll see how the Manchester Liverpool one does. Anyway, I'm gonna get to food real quick. Another question, Sue, here, choppy as nut. I can watch that. Newcastle Sunderland match on Sunday. I already have it. It's on our streaming network by NBC called Peacock. Apparently NBC Sports has the rights to that game in the U.S. So it's on, I think, at 8 or 9 a.m. here. And I can watch it. How long will that game be? A couple hours? 2 hours? I'm thinking about live streaming. I can't show the video or play the audio of the game, but I can live stream while I watch it. And if you're watching it, Sue, then we're watching it together, right? So I know, Ben, it's 2 45-minute halves, but how long is the broadcast? It's got to be longer than 90 minutes. I mean, that's the rules, right? I'm almost positive it's 2 45-minute halves. But then how long is halftime? What about stoppage and play? How long does the broadcast last? What do you think, Sue? Should I live stream Sunday? Should my live stream Sunday just be me watching the game? Might only be me, you, and Choppy. But I don't know. That's not much less than normally. We only have 8 or 9 of us here. Plus 10 minutes, so it's only like 100 minutes, the whole entire broadcast. I'm just wondering if I could sit there that long. Plus 15 minutes halftime, so what's the entire, somebody give me an entire broadcast time. Halftime at 15 minutes and normally about 10 minutes extra. So, okay, nobody knows the exact time of a broadcast. So 115 or 90 and 15 plus another 10, 115 minutes, that's the broadcast time. So almost 2 hours, typically. I'm just wondering how long will I be sitting in one spot? 2 hours, that seems. What if I have to go to the bathroom? Man, I'll just be like, I'll be right back. I don't know, I'm thinking about doing it. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Like I said, I can't show the video and I can't play the sound. Depends on how long you want to listen to the waffle. What does that mean? See, waffle? You got another slang on me, I don't know. How long? I don't know. What is the waffle? Man, I'm thinking about doing it. I already have Peacock. And I'm pretty sure last Sunday where I'm working, they asked me, can watch highlights. Yeah, it's not as fun. I mean, I could, you're right. I was thinking about live streaming though. If I live stream me watching highlights, no one will know what I'm watching. Oh, the chat before and after. If I start the live stream at kickoff and end, yeah, that's what I'd do. Probably then, let me see. If you start this stream at kickoff and end at the final whistle, it will be about 2 hours. It'll be a long live stream. I think I'm gonna do it. I mean, not very many people watch my live stream anyway, and it may only interest Sue from you folks watching now. I'm thinking about watching it. That may be my live stream. That'd be about 2 o'clock your time, right? You'll watch it. Like I said, it'll just be me watching. You'll have to be watching the game to see and hear what I see and hear. And of course, I don't know who the broadcasters will be. Will they be the same broadcasters that you have? Maybe not. Liverpool, maybe. I'm just interested in that derby because I've reacted to it already. We're talking about the Newcastle Sunderland game, Terry. It's on US TV. I can watch it. I've reacted to that derby already, and I have a lot of fans from Newcastle, or a lot of subscribers. I don't know if they'll tune in. They'll probably be busy watching the game and not even notice I went live. Anyway, football talk. The food. Let's get to food talk. I might do it. Obviously, I'll let y'all know. I'm pretty sure I can get off work. I mean, I can always get off work. I work for myself. But yeah, post any. You or Sheer was still playing? Dingus? Sheer good? I guess so, huh? Yeah, post in the community any Christmas pictures y'all have. I'm dying to see. So here we go. I got a couple of lists about regional foods, as I've been looking for some to do on my channel, and I thought it might be interesting. So what I do is, basically a lot of these articles I haven't looked at. So it's like oh, so you got Liverpool in the cup next? Uh-oh, Dingus. Y'all don't get to fisticuffing. So I haven't read these articles, and it's like a blind reaction. For the most part, sometimes I do read them, but this one in particular is kind of a blind reaction. I have a list of, I found a list of 18 regional foods from the UK, and I found a list of 20 regional foods from the US, and I haven't looked at them. It's like my blind reaction. And we can go back and forth and talk about each food. It's kind of fun. I think it's kind of fun. So let's get to the food talk. And yeah, I'm looking for, if you're like, oh, you should make that way, when one of these UK regional foods comes up, let me know if you think it's a good idea. So here, this one is 18 regional dishes from around the UK. It says, celebrate Britain's culinary roots with our roundup of regional dishes from around the UK, from Teesside's chicken parmo to Cornwall Stargazy pie. You mentioned that yesterday, Ben. And the Kentish gypsy tart. I got some Kent reactions coming up. I was thinking about doing something Kent related. The gypsy tart, what is that? Anyway, that's just the beginning. Let's start. Number one, they just mentioned chicken parmo. Okay. Regarded as the regional dish of Teesside, the parmo sees chicken rolled in breadcrumbs, fried, topped with bechamel sauce. I make a good bechamel. And cheese, then grilled. There are multiple theories regarding the parmo's origin. However, the strongest theory centers upon U.S. soldier Nikos Harris, a chef with the American Army in the Second World War. Treated in a British hospital, he later moved to Middlesbrough and opened a restaurant in Linthorpe Road called the American Grill in 1958. Anyone ever heard of this? This is where the Parmo was supposedly invented. Interesting, so that one has an American tie. Now, doesn't that just sound like a schnitzel? I can see a picture of it. Y'all ever heard of that? Where's Teesside? Am I saying Teesside right? Who's had this, heard of this? Anybody heard of chicken parmo? It's kind of like, it looks like a schnitzel to me. Chicken rolled in breadcrumbs and fried. Topped with bechamel. And cheese? What? Bechamel is a cheese sauce. Yeah, it looks like a schnitzel. It sounds like a schnitzel. Chicken parmo. Yeah, filled like cheese on top of bechamel is redundant. Anyone? Anyone had it? Anyone heard of it? And can anyone tell me where Teesside is? You heard of it, Sue, but never had it? Where is Teesside? Well, Chicken Kiev is a little different. Games. I like it. It's got a U.S. tie-in. If I do something like that, maybe we can find a video about this guy, Nico Harris, or about the American Grill opening in Middlesbrough on Linthorpe Road. Where's Middlesbrough? Teesside is in Newcastle. Teesside's in Newcastle? What does that mean? It's a neighborhood in the city of Newcastle? Oh, wait, now you say Sunderland. Ben says you've heard of it but not tried it. And yeah, GK, they're nice. GK, they're nice. I don't know. Sorry, Ben, I can't figure that out. And yeah, GK, they're nice. Tyneside. Oh, but it says Teesside. Tyneside is Newcastle, right? But this says Teesside, Teesside. Is that wrong? I don't know. It says he opened his restaurant in Middlesbrough. I don't know. That's something. I don't know if it's something I should do or... I mean, if it's somehow related to Newcastle, I'm probably going to do it. Because it just, Newcastle does so good on my channel. Oh, okay, GK is short for Guinness. I'm sorry, I get confused easily. It's just south of Newcastle. Sue says. Teesside is Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough. I'll have to look up Middlesbrough on the map. But it's in the Newcastle area, huh? Is it a very popular dish? Or it's just... I mean, these aren't like in some type of order. They're just dishes. You know what I mean? Just regional dishes. Puppy dog upstairs. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the U.S. one. And see what comes up. See if y'all heard this or had it. It says, many amazing dishes across the U.S. have remained proudly regional. They've never really taken off outside their specific geographic area. Ever tried an ice cream potato? I have not. That's probably because you're not from Boise, Idaho. Not sure what king cake is? No, I do know what that is. Yeah, likely haven't been to New Orleans. Okay, so let's read what some of these are. And there's 20 of these, but 18 of yours, so I don't know, I might leave 2 of these US ones off. But the first one is Pennsylvania slippery pot pie. I've heard of this, I've not tried. Well, I've kind of tried it because we serve something similar. This is from Pennsylvania Dutch country. And so what it is, I'm going to see if it just describes it. It's basically noodles. Doughy square noodles are cooked with meat broth in chunks of either chicken, beef, or ham with potatoes, occasionally added for good measure. This traditional Amish stew is popular during deer hunting seasons in the fall. Y'all ever heard of this? Slippery pot pie, it's called. From the Pennsylvania Dutch. I'll see if you. So it's like a noodle dish. You make homemade noodles. It's got chunks of meat. I don't know if y'all are interested in the U.S. regional foods, but I'm doing UK versus U.S. All right, let's go. Number 2 is Stargazy pie. Didn't mention it yesterday. Cornwall is known for its beaches, pasties, and clotted cream, but not many people have heard of its other regional delicacy, the Stargazy pie. It gets its name because traditionally it involves a fish head poking through the pastry crust, appearing to look up at the stars. Puppy dogs. Classic recipe features. that dog is barking at me. The classic recipe features pilchards or sardines with egg and potatoes. It's a dish that comes with its own legend based on the story of Tom Bachok, who, so the story goes, caught so much fish one stormy night that he was able to make a huge Stargazy pie, save his fellow villagers from starvation. Now that's kind of an interesting little story, isn't it? I started saying, isn't it? Probably not like you do, but I've noticed myself saying that. I'm making you hungry? Has Sue's heard that the heads put her off? Terry's getting hungry too. I love orange chicken. He's going to make orange chicken. Okay, so yes, I could do Cornwall. I mean, I could do, a reaction to Cornwall, which I will be doing more in the future, and make that. The fish heads don't put me off. It does seem weird though, because if it's in a pie, then you got to pick out the bones if you eat fish heads. I find that weird about a pie. Not the fish heads, but just having bones in my pie. I gotta. The cheek meat off of fish is like some of the best meat, right off the cheek. I might do it. It probably gets some views, huh? And if I say one, you're like, oh, you gotta do that one, Wayne. Let me know. That one might get some views because people will be like, oh, he's eating Stargazy pie. It's unusual. All right, back to the U.S. list. This one's from Spokane, Washington. Do y'all know where Washington State is? Because Washington, D.C. is nowhere close to the state of Washington. The state of Washington's up above Oregon and California. Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast by Baltimore, Virginia. Okay, so this one's from Spokane, Washington. Oh, it just says, I should have skipped that. It just says they put tartar sauce on everything. Who cares? Even on their burgers and fries in Washington State, Spokane. Yeah, the Terry biscuits and gravy are delicious. I make some good biscuits and gravy. I make them from scratch. I make them just, if I'm off work, I make biscuits and gravy. So good. Cream gravy, y'all don't do, but it's so good. Y'all should do cream gravy. It goes good with like even fried chicken. Yeah, and that's regional food, kind of. This is Southern comfort food. All right, I should have skipped that last American one. That was so what? In Spokane, they like to put tartar sauce on their hamburgers. I don't. Okay, back to you, the UK. Eccles cakes? Maybe is how you say it. Sticky, sweet, and packed with fruit with an extra flaky and light pastry. Eccles cakes are an English delicacy with a rich history. Historians aren't sure on the exact date of the cake's origin. However, its history stretches back more than 3 centuries to the town of Eccles, now a suburb in Manchester. The word means church, and each year's service was held in the town to celebrate the church's construction. Eccles cake? You ever had that? Is that any good? From Manchester? I do continue to get subscribers from Manchester. Okay, this next one on the US list. I mean, you ever done this or heard of this pudding? I'll just show you. Putting peanuts in Coke. It's a southern thing. You ever heard of that? I mean, it's not bad. Well, Kingus, you can make biscuits and gravy. Y'all have all the ingredients if you want to make biscuits and gravy, Kingus. You let me know, and I'll send you the recipe. Because you have all the ingredients. I don't understand why y'all don't make biscuits and gravy. You have everything probably in your cupboard right now to make biscuits and gravy. It's not that hard. I don't know why. Y'all don't make it. It's so delicious. I lost the chat. Hang on. Yeah, the peanuts and Coke is weird, huh, Sue? It is weird. It's not. Gingish, you'll make it? You want me to send you a recipe, or you got one? You can look them up online. Flour. Yeah, it's just easy. Baking powder. Then I mean, it takes a little skill to make the gravy, but it's just if you can make a roux and then add cream, black pepper. If you can make a roux, you can make the gravy. It takes a little patience and stirring and don't burn it and all that, but anyway. Yeah, the peanuts in Coke, it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. Some people like it. Terry says, you left yours in the fridge overnight to let the ingredients soak into the chicken. That should be good. Yes. I would make orange chicken in a sort of way with, y'all have frozen orange juice concentrate? Where it's just a frozen orange juice concentrate. I would take that and I would add Worcestershire or Worcester sauce, as you call it, and use that as a marinade. It's really good. Wonder how you make yours. Man, I keep losing the chat. I know, Sue. Why? I don't know. I don't know why peanuts and Coke. It's not that popular. It's more one of those things that people are like, oh, peanuts and Coke, but it's not like people doing that all the time. Oh, okay. All right, let's go back to yours. What did I do yours last? I don't know. I'm on yours. I'm doing yours. Somehow I scroll past it though. Okay, number 4 from the UK. Fat Rascals. You ever heard of this? Fat Rascals? Cross between a scone and a rock cake. Okay. Yorkshire's Fat Rascals are flattened buns filled. Oh, someone mentioned this before, right? They're flattened buns filled with dried fruit and spices and decorated with glazed cherries and almonds. Betty's in Yorkshire holds a trademark for the bun's name and design. Is that you, Sue, who mentioned it before? You know Betty's in Yorkshire? Formerly known as turf cakes, shepherds with cookies, fillings in a covered pan. See that? I mean, it's probably something I could do. Terry, use fresh orange juice zest. I mean, that's good too. Ginger, garlic, soy sauce, white wine vinegar. Okay, so that's more traditional. The one I suggested is kind of a cheap, and it's different. It's not exactly the same. It's a quick, easy way to make an orange marinade. Just orange concentrate, and you use the concentrate. You don't add water. You know Betty's too. You just use the concentrate and add Worcester sauce. It's so easy. You can marinate anything with that. But what you did, Terry, much better. You like to cook like I do. You know, when you add vinegar, it makes a big difference. A lot of cooks don't know that. So Fat Rascals, that's probably something I could make. Got a lot of subscribers from Yorkshire. All right, let's see. Man, I feel like my American list is letting us down. Talking about tartar sauce and peanuts and Coke. Okay, this one's from Buffalo, New York. It's called beef on whack. Yeah, I've had it. It's like a chip beef sandwich. If you never come across one before, beef on whack is a carved roast beef sandwich served on a salty Kimmelwick roll. If you're heading to the Nickel City, that's Buffalo, New York, make your way to the Bar Bill Tavern. It's not that impressive. It's just a sandwich. We're talking about regional foods, Neil. Good to have you. This is a regional food from Buffalo, New York. It's just like a roast beef sandwich. Not that impressive. So far, our regional foods on this list have not been that impressive from the U.S. But yours are intriguing, at least to me. Okay, we talked about this one. I think Totten, I can't ever say this for Savoy dip. It might be on the list. Tottenham cake, maybe, was the first baked in the eponymous North London district in the late 1800s and remains a British favorite. The cake was given to free local children when Hotspur won the FA Cup for the first time. Local Quakers still make the cake today. It's even sold in some regional branches of Greggs. Greggs is from Newcastle. How's that look? I could probably make that. It looks pretty delicious. London, it said, related to London. Okay, man. I'm so sad about. We have good food in the U.S. We really do. Peanuts in Coke is not a good representation. This list is not either. So number 16 from the U.S. list is the Cleveland, Ohio ballpark mustard. Yeah, you got Greg's. I was just saying it started in Newcastle. We don't have Greg's here. So yeah, this one is putting mustard on a hot dog isn't anything new or special, but in Cleveland, the mustard of choice isn't your typical yellow variety. It's a vinegar-based brown condiment. I'm so sad about the U.S. This is what we're putting on our list. A brown mustard. That's our regional food. It's a disgrace. We have good food here, especially Southern comfort food. Okay, number 6 is what I'm going to be making next. Making sure hot pot. That's Terry's suggestion. I'm making it. Lamb or mutton is mixed with stew. I'm going to use lamb. Oh, I'm sorry. It's mixed with onion, topped with sliced potatoes, and baked low and slow in a pot. It's thought to have originated during the cotton industry in the 19th century. And I'm going to make it. Bangers and mash. Probably be on your list, maybe not. Is it regional bangers and mash? These are regional foods. It's just everybody eats bangers and mash. Gumbo is delicious. Let's go down to Nolan's. Get you some gumbo, yo. Now they got an accent. Talk about y'all. The Creoles and the Cajuns. They speak French down there. But even their English is like, they can talk. I used to have a buddy. You'd be like, what did you just say? What language is that? Oh, that was English. Okay, here's one from the U.S. Appalachia. Apple stack cake. Just a cake, basically. This beloved cake can be made year-round thanks to the fact that it uses dried apples instead of fresh ones. It has a special local element that makes it particularly sublime. The apple filling is sweetened with sorghum molasses between each layer. So this is called an apple stack cake from Appalachia. Now Mississippi, I mean you can get gumbo in Mississippi, but the best gumbo comes from Louisiana, where the Cajuns are, the Creole are. See, in Louisiana they have two French influences. The French that moved down from Canada, the Acadian French, they spoke traditional French, but then also settled there is the French, the slaves basically from Haiti and other islands that were, they're African, but they spoke French because they were enslaved by the French. And they moved and settled in New Orleans. So there's two French-speaking groups there, the Haitians, the Creole, and the Cajuns. Yes, that's Louisiana. Okay, so back to your list. Now, on your list, the next one is, Cranachin Dorset apple cake. Is that good, Sue? We don't have Bakewell. Well, you might can buy some Bakewell tart somewhere. It's not like well known. I have a recipe from Michelle that I could make. You need to get some American recipes, Terry, and start. Tell me what you need. I'll send you some. So on your list, Cranachin is I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a traditional Scottish dessert that's not dissimilar from trifle or Eton Mass. Okay. It's Scottish Gaelic in origin, meaning churn, although the dish is also known as cream crowdy, depending on the area. To make this dish, sweet raspberries are folded into cream flavored with honey, whiskey, and toasted oatmeal. Outside of the whiskey, that sounds pretty good. You ever had this? Neil says should try Scotty cake we have in the Northeast. Okay, this is good. I appreciate you telling me. That's what I'm trying to do here, is learn some more of your regional foods. So yeah, keep suggesting any. Yeah, Eton Mess looks good. I've seen that. It looks real good. Oh no, I just closed my U.S. list. Sorry, I look forward to the start of that. Can I close my U.S. list? Give me a second. Yeah, I could make Bakewell tart though. Sue says Lardy cake from Dorset. Dorset. It is Dorset, right? The Dallas Cowboys used to have a famous running back named Tony Dorsett. So I'll try not to say Dorset. What's the staple American food for supper? Yeah, I mean, it's so big here, and so, yeah, there's not one. I mean, I guess I could answer that meat and potatoes in general. Yeah, peas pudding now? But yeah, there's not really a specific one. Terry will do the biscuits and gravy and post it on the community. Thank you, that would be awesome. Does peas pudding have peas in it? Or is that just the name? I don't like peas. Okay, I'm trying to pull up this. I'm having to reboot my yellow peas. I've never had yellow peas. Are they the same? I'm going to have to reboot my US article because I closed it. Oh man. I'm telling you, some of these US foods on this list. Just not. Oh, look. Okay, so the next one is from Texas. It's the kolache. Now, kolaches, have you had them? They're not. They're a Czech. So a lot of Czechs and Germans, believe it or not, settled in Texas. So we do have a large influence from that type of cooking. And kolache they brought it over, and it's a pastry, a European pastry, Eastern European pastry. It says here. If you've never encountered or heard of the kolache before, it's basically like a yeasty, soft dough for your favorite sweet or savory fillings. often including fruit jams, sausage, cheese, and jalapenos. I prefer sausage, cheese, and jalapeno kolache, brought to Texas by Czech immigrants. These you can buy everywhere. See, the one in the back is filled with fruit, and the one, I don't know if you can see that yet. And the one in the front is a sausage jalapeno cheese kolache. They are delicious. We get them for breakfast. I can walk to a place to get kolaches. They're everywhere. We have a town called West Texas. Oddly enough, it's in Central Texas, but the town name is called West, and they're known for their kolaches. Anyone had a kolache? Germany was the biggest immigrant people to the U.S.? I don't know. Maybe, Gingrich, that's what you heard? They settled in Central Texas. A lot of them did. There's whole towns down there. They're have German influence. Actually, they picked kind of the best part of Texas to settle. It's a part down south of Austin that we call the hill country. Because Texas is mostly flat, but in the hill country, it's hilly, it's beautiful, lakes and rivers, and the Germans were like, we're staying here. And so we call that the German hill country still today. Pretty interesting, huh? Okay, number 13 is scouse. This is just stew. I've looked up scouse. That's just stew. I've had that. Let me see if I can get back to the U.S. one. God, this U.S. list sucks. Well, kolaches was good. But in general, I'm not impressed by my own regional food list. They say I didn't look ahead. I'm having trouble with this. Since I closed this U.S. list, it doesn't want to keep pulling back up. Yeah, 13 colonies. King is for the Brits. If there's any other... God, why won't this pull up? If there's any other regional foods not on this list, y'all let me know. I may give up on the U.S. list because I can't even get it to pull up. Okay. Every time I go back to the U.S. list, it's rebooting with all these photos. And it takes forever. I'm about to give up on this U.S. list because who cares, right? Yeah, we stole your medieval apple pie. I mean, just like Texas kolaches, like a lot of our foods have European influence because that's who settled here. We're all mutts. Seriously, I cannot pull up. It will not boot the list of the U.S. foods beyond the foods I've already named. That is irritating. Why? It's just... Okay, I give up. We are now only going to talk about your food. It's probably ashamed of the comparison. It's not pulling up good ones. I mean, but we do have good food. You know that, right, Sue? We do. It's such a big country. And like you just said, a lot of our food is nicked from European food, so if it's not good, it's your fault. But we have lots of great food. This list is not good. I'll agree to that. But Southern... Oh my gosh. Now my tablet is giving so much trouble. Now I have to reboot your list because somehow it decided to also not stay on my screen. But our food is good. Just your food is good too. I don't like it when anyone knocks your country's food because Americans do. And I don't like that. Y'all have good food. You love Cajun food. But I also don't enjoy it when the English folks say we don't have good food. Because we do. I cook it every night. Some delicious regional dishes. But that list sucked. Peanuts and Coke. Don't let that represent us. Okay, I'm back to your list, and I'm just going to keep going through your list because that's really what interests me. Okay, looky there. Cullen sink. Cullen sink is a thick, hearty, and smoky fish soup originating from the town of Cullen in Moray on the northeast coast of Scotland. To make this comforting soup, simmer haddock, potatoes, milk, onion, and parsley. I could make that. Y'all ever had Cullen sink? Yeah, Genghis, it's not true that the UK has bad food and teeth. I defend y'all to the death if I hear anyone say that. Yeah, I know you're a prosthetic technician. I knew that. Yeah, if I hear somebody say the UK has bad food in America, I'll fight them to the death for y'all. Because it's not true. And it's not true that we have bad food. We also have good food. Cullen sink. I mean, that looks interesting to me. You ever had it? Yeah, we don't have free dental care. Gotta pay for it. You ever had Cullen sink? Hello, Sam. Good to see you. That kind of looks good to me, Cullen. Wait, skink. Cullen skink. I'm saying it wrong. Okay, here's peas pudding. I see it. We were just talking about it. Is that what it looks like? Traditionally, this classic British side dish is simply made using yellow split peas, water, and spices. Okay. It's more paste than a pudding. It's typically served with cooked meats such as ham. The recipe goes back to Middle Ages when it was known as peas pottage. There's also a nursery rhyme, peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot 9 days old. I have heard that. I've heard that nursery rhyme. I don't know if I can get yellow peas. What's different about yellow peas? I've never seen yellow peas. I don't like peas. I don't know what I think of this. But it does look interesting. I wonder if, I love that channel Tasting History with Max Miller. He does original recipes. This says this goes back to Middle Ages. I wonder if he's got something on his channel about the Middle Ages recipe. I don't know. Yeah, I've stopped going back to the U.S. list. Sorry, I'm just going your list now. Number 10 is Bara Brith. Bara Brith is a traditional Welsh loaf made with mixed spice and tea. Ooh. Its name is derived from the Welsh language, bara or bara, translating to bread, and brith meaning speckled. Fruit loaf made with mixed spice and tea. I probably would just like that. Anyone ever had that? Number 11 is the Manchester tart. Manchester tart's beginnings are traced back to the 19th century when it is formerly known as the Manchester pudding, made by Victorian cookery writer Mrs. Beeton. The pudding was similar to the Manchester tart without the sprinkling of coconut. The modern Manchester tart consists of a sweet pastry base spread with raspberry jam filled with custard. Okay, that sounds good too. Has anyone ever had Manchester tart? I notice when I look at your list, a lot of the regional foods are sweets. Like the next one, parkin, which I am familiar with. Traditional ginger cake from Yorkshire. Y'all like parkin? Okay, how about Staffordshire oat cakes? Despite its name, Staffordshire oat cakes are in fact a type of dense wholemeal pancake made from oatmeal flour and yeast. That's weird. Yeast. Wouldn't that make your pancake not flat? Yeah, parkin, huh, Sue? I'm interested in parkin. Spotted dick is nice. I could make that. I looked it up. Should I? I also see that Max Miller has a recipe for Spotted Dick on his channel. I can make like the old time original recipe he makes. Yeah, and Sam, we were talking about British apple pie earlier. Okay, Staffordshire oat cakes are in fact a type of dense wholemeal. Yeah, okay, I read that. Interesting. Anyone ever had those? Staffordshire oat cakes? How about Banbury cakes? This current field sweet treat reigns in the Midlands, a spiced oval-shaped pastry. It's not too dissimilar from the Eccles cake, with a filling of currants, candied peel, and spices such as nutmeg and cinnamon. Once made exclusively in Banbury, it's considered to be one of Britain's oldest cake recipes, with origins dating all the way back to the 1500s. Yeah, I like apple crumble too, better, Terry. Fairy cakes, we have talked about those before. Banbury cakes. See, y'all got, a lot of y'all's is sweets. Okay, here's one that's not. Glamorgan sausages. Sticky toffee, yeah, that we have talked about. Glamorgan sausages are traditional Welsh vegetarian sausage. Vegetarian sausage. Isn't that an oxymoron? Filled with Caerphilly cheese and leeks and coated in breadcrumbs, made in the historic county of Glamorgan in southeast Wales. These sausages are similar in style to croquettes. Okay. Date back to the middle of the 20th century. Interesting. Colombian sausage, Neil? Is that different? What's in that? Is it vegetarian? Walnut and date loaf? Sherry trifle. The sherry's intended for flavor, not to get people drunk. Yeah, I don't like the flavor of sherry. So, kind of ruins the whole thing for me. Okay, how about a gypsy tart? Another sweet one. The gypsy tart is a classic Kentish dessert. I was looking for something Kentish. Consisting of short cup pastry and a dark treacle filling. Oh, I can't make that. Complemented by light, zesty cream. You ever had that? A gypsy tart? Yeah, I don't know what Colombian sausage is, so I don't know if you're spelling it right. Okay, number 18. Oh, Brummy bacon cakes. Oh, I think this is the last one on your list. Mushy peas with mint, Sam. I just don't like peas. Brummy bacon cakes. These brunch cakes from Birmingham are similar to savory scones, a breakfast favorite. Dating from the 19th century, there are many variations of this bacon cake, with the most simple consisting of cheese and bacon mixed into dough. Okay. And that's the end of your list. There's probably a million more. Cumberland sausages. I have funny, give peas a chance. I get the wordplay. I still don't like peas. I have pea trauma, okay? I'm just gonna say it. Jelly L? Jelly L? Jelly eel, are you trying to say, Ben? I think I've heard of that. Tommy Cat, good to see you. You're gonna attempt to bake a couron next weekend for family get-together? Paul Hollywood's mincemeat and marzipan, festive creation, okay. Well, good luck. Yeah, Jelly Deal, Ben says yes to. I tried, it doesn't sound that great, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Sam, we did cover Stargazy Pie. I'm sorry, Sam, you got in late. You're mentioning everything we already covered. But ham and cheese pie, Neil says. Is that from your area? Oxtail? I can get oxtail. It's in the Mexican market. They use oxtail a lot. Stews. How do you eat it, Gigas? You just said oxtail. You just take a big bite of it. How do you eat your oxtail? Yeah, your pigs in blankets. They're a little different than ours. But yeah, as a child, I was forced to eat everything on my plate. I don't know if you were either. I could not leave the table. You roast your oxtail, unless I ate everything on my plate, which I never had a problem with, except for we would have, one of my dad's favorite vegetables was peas, just canned peas. My mom didn't do much with it, but salt and pepper it. and we'd have it at least once a week, and I hated that day. I couldn't bear to eat those peas. So I was forced to once a week, every every week in my childhood. I finally found that if I put honey on the peas, it masked the flavor, and that's the only way I could eat those peas once a week was to cover them in honey. I've heard of battered Mars bars. That's up there. It's like Glasgow or Edinburgh or something, Scotland. Battered Mars bars. We do that type of stuff at state fairs and batter all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so I don't eat peas anymore. I'm like, I won't eat them. I'm an adult now. I don't have to, and I won't eat them. So that's my childhood trauma about peas, and why I currently just refuse to eat them. But I might try peas pudding. I've never heard of yellow. Scottish will batter and fry everything. Ben says, yeah, that's what we do at our state fairs. They batter and fry everything. They batter and fry ice cream. You can get battered fried butter. It's crazy. Dumplings, sweet potatoes, okra. You can get okra there, Genghis? Those are U.S. foods you're naming. Cassava, saltfish, okra, cream coconut. Have you ever had okra? Who's had okra? It's a southern thing. Sue loved potting peas when you were little, never had tinned ones. Yeah, see, that's what we have, is just a can of peas. Ugh, ugh. It scarred me for life. They're so bad. I found our list, and I'm going to read just a few off of our list. Let's scroll back up. Colorado, Rocky Mountain oysters. You ever had that? That is bull testicles. In the Midwest, they put ranch dressing on everything. Okay. I'm trying to read off some of the U.S. ones. In New Jersey, Taylor ham. It's basically what y'all would call bacon on bread. Oh, you ever had geoducks? They eat those in Olympia, Washington. You ever had that? Seen that? They're not good. We pronounce it gooey duck. It's a giant mollusk, gooey ducks. Trying to see if there's anything else on our list that might interest y'all. No. I'm kind of seeing if there's anything else in Texas. What do y'all think is Texas like regional food? Any guesses? Do you have pigeon or game birds? Sure, Neil. Absolutely. All kinds. Duck, pheasant, pigeon. Yeah, you don't want gooey ducks, Ben. They're gross. They thinly sliced gooey ducks, because that's about all you can take. Okra is Greek, also called lady's fingers. Have you ever had it, Terry? Coffee mousse? Rabbit? Yeah, we have rabbit. I've cooked a lot of rabbit. Yeah, as far as like game birds, dove, pheasant, pigeon, I guess we call it squab if we eat it. Any guesses before I get ready to sign off about what Texas regional foods we're proud of? There's two that should come to mind. Y'all have any ideas? Texas' most famous regional food? Neil's halfway right. Ben, you also are halfway right. Try chili chocolate wave? Yeah, I've had cayenne in my chocolate. It's really good. Barbecue is one of our famous regional foods in Texas, but you're leaving off a key word to that barbecue. It's beef. Texas is famous for its beef barbecue. Brisket, that's right, Terry. That is beef brisket. Now, the places like Tennessee is famous for their barbecue as well. It's pork. But yeah, our barbecue, because Texas is such a cattle industry state, we make beef brisket. We're famous for that. Beef ribs, we're famous for that. Whereas like Tennessee, famous for the pork barbecue. Another place is Kansas City. It's famous for their barbecue, Saint barbecue ribs. But we have the best brisket in the world. There's no doubt about it. Slow cooked over mesquite or some type of wood, normally mesquite, sometimes oak. Anyone got the second guess? A dish invented here in Texas by the Mexican immigrants created a dish. Brisket smoked for 14 hours in Texas. You've tried it, Gigas, and it is delicious. Terry Black's is a very famous barbecue house that is about 3 miles from me. World famous Terry Black's. Y'all ever heard of Terry Black's? 3 miles from me. I can go to Terry. Sometimes you can smell it. Terry Black's. Oh, got some loud noise. So the other thing, corn, yeah, from the U.S. Chili was invented in Texas by the Mexican immigrants. Chili. Delicious. Love chili. No beans. Chili does not contain beans. It was invented in Texas. Up north they put beans in their chili, and some people do here. But originally, Texas chili, the original dish, no beans. Something dried or normal, but I don't know now. Something dried or normal. Tex-Mex, yeah, invented in Texas. Texas boiled eggs are the size of basketball. No, they're not. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. I got a lot of noise coming up, and it's past an hour. So, enjoyed everyone today. Y'all have a good day. Sam, Terry, Neil. Yep, Neil mentioned the chili. Gingas, of course. Always good to see you. Ben, have a great day. Sue, I think you're still here. You maybe have to sign off. Sue, I might see you on game day on Sunday. All of you have a good day. I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but Tommy Cat, I briefly saw you here. It was good to see you, Tommy Cat. Love seeing Tommy Cat. And that might be it. If I missed anybody, let me know. And tomorrow I've already got a good idea, and I'll tell you right now. We're going to talk U.S. versus U.K. homes tomorrow in the live stream. So get your comments ready. Your homes versus our homes. I mean, for goodness sake, you got your laundry machines in your kitchen, don't you? We do not. Anyway, have a good day. Wayne from Dallas, Texas, signing off. I always enjoy the live streams. Come the Red and White Army Sunderland win on Sunday. I think now I'm going to live stream watching that game on Sunday. Everyone have a good day. Nice to see you.